Graphic design to me is creating a visual communication between a business and a client and speaking to their demographic and their audience.
So graphic design to me is 100% creativity, just being able to be creative. That's what it is.
Graphic design is expression. It's what you want it to be. It's an emotion, it's a desire, it's a passion.
My name is Jasmine Hall, and I'm the web director at Maximize Digital Media.
My name is Nelson Rodriguez from Studio Time Media. I am a graphic designer and multimedia consultant.
My name is Carrie Percy. I teach graphic arts at Kaiser University for 12 years now. Before that, I was a graphic designer professionally full-time. Currently, I'm a freelance graphic artist and a professional photographer.
I do a range of graphic design, print work, layout, ads, and computer-aided drafting.
I didn't know that I wanted to go into graphic design. When I first started college, I went to a community college for elementary education. And in my last semester, I dropped out and I didn't go back to school for another year. And then I saw an advertisement on a bus for Kaiser University, and I decided to go check out their degree programs. And with that, I found out that there's a graphic design degree offered in the area. So I decided to go ahead and partner something that I did as a hobby as a career, and I think it's been working well so far. Going project we are the digital marketing agency behind Veloce. And Veloce is a new franchise go-karting indoor speedway. The indoor speedway is a concept that is still getting pretty popular in America. Usually it's outdoor type of go-karting. What happened is the owner came to us and asked for a launch package. So the launch package was 90 days before the facility opened. We were building interest on Facebook. We were sending Facebook ads, we were engaging with prospective customers, and from that we built a website off of the information we received from Facebook. So that helped develop the full brand. Everything the brand has done except for concept art and print assets, our company did. And it was one of the biggest projects I've ever worked on. Like for Black Friday, for instance, we had a one-day sale and I set up an e-commerce aspect to their website. When I built the e-commerce aspect, we raised $72,000 within 24 hours. And that's a week's worth of their income.
I think that my decisions in my career have been that I changed careers. I changed careers from a person that had a 9-to-5, the most boring job in the entire world. It was a great job. You know, I helped men and women come from prison in housing, you know, that had passed the prior drug and alcohol addictions. And during that time, it was just, I just kept knowing that there was something more that I wanted in my life. And the thing that, and I'll refer back to this 1,000 times, was a picture that I seen on MySpace, back when MySpace was it. It was this little African-American kid, he's probably 5 years old, in kindergarten, and he's got like the biggest eyes, and he's looking at this drawing. It's like, they got a crayon, a Crayola crayon, and the intensity that he had in that drawing. And that was what I felt like whenever I did anything creative. And because anything creative, and I look back at some of that work and it's like, oh my God, that really was the kindergarten kid trying to do something. But that's what I knew I needed in my life. And so that led the way. So something happened in my life that was kind of like, by seeing the end, it willed the means to the beginning. And so that's what led to that change, for me to see ahead of my future, see where I wanted to be, and then that was enough to will the means to the beginning, you know, because I'm talking about, like, I was 39 maybe, 38 when I decided to go to college. You know, first kid in my family of immigrant family coming to the United States, third generation, and nobody had been to college, nobody. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll be the first one. And so even though I had a career, I didn't, I was ex-military, and so they just let me in. He was like, okay, you seem like a good guy, you can tell these guys what to do. But getting into this career was like, I just knew there was something more, and that's what led to it was, just me having to make that change in life into this career. And I'll tell you, it's the most fun I've ever had in my entire life, just doing this kind of work. Because if you're not having fun doing it, go ahead, get out. It's probably not going to be for you.
Actually, I love my job. It's constantly rewarding. The only thing I have to complain about is the paperwork I do. If that's the worst thing about my job, I'm doing all right. I get to share my love for graphic design and illustration and video with people, and to see them catch fire with enthusiasm is just priceless. When I first started college, I intended to go into psychology, but I got an art scholarship, so I was forced into taking art classes. I thought I could work around that and do psychology, but I got a D in my first psychology class, and I thought, well, maybe I'll spend a little more time in art. And I enjoyed it. I didn't know that I could make a career out of it at the time, but the more I did it, the more I got more interested in it, the more I fell in love with it, the more I learned, and it just kept snowballing until I knew exactly that I was in the right place, and then I would never do anything else outside of the creative field.
Graphic-wise, I'm doing some logos for my brothers for their job. They're a bunch of electricians, so I'm working with them. I also do a lot of CAD work for Publix markets. Nothing really entertaining there. A lot of photography. That's pretty much it. Nothing really I can pinpoint that says. I started a long time ago doing pencil work, doing the old graphic design on pencil and paper. I dropped out of school, went back 20 years later. I started when I was in 20s, came back to it in my 40s, and I still love it, and it's a different feeling because I'm working more with graphics and computers nowadays rather than pencil and paper, but I still always go back to pencil and paper.